I'm going to do this short segment on Canadian entertainment and the Canadian entertainment industry, which is something that I'm kind of adjacent to. Uh, and I'm just going to explain this really, really simply. Unlike the United States, where they have like talent agents and managers and stuff like okay, there's some agents for acting and things like that, but for like stand-up comedy, for example, which is something that I kind of like doing sometimes. There's not a lot of agents or and so I guess the best way I could explain this is I'm differently abled. You know what I mean? Like I'm differently abled. I'm very good at making entertaining music, entertaining scripts, at doing some stand up every once in a while, at occasionally doing like a theatrical piece or a film piece where I'm acting. I'm great at all those kind of things, but I don't have a talent agent and I don't have a manager. And this is kind of the bigger problem that and this is probably specific to me because there's a lot of people that are able to get through the industry and kind of represent themselves and manage their own affairs and all that stuff and get through it just fine. And, I'm not knocking them, all the power to them. But as somebody that's like differently abled, I actually need like a manager, right? to make money off of any of my talents in the Canadian film and entertainment industry, I need a manager. And, I don't think I'm going to get one. Like, do you know what I mean? So that's kind of the major holdup for me. It is because I know a lot of people watch this stuff over the years and have been like, why isn't Zoc making whatever? And, well, because there's like a whole industry that involves like people that network and talk with each other. And I don't have the mental capacity for those types of conversations, like the schmooze conversations. I don't have the mental capacity to get through that. I just don't. Right. So I just keep on putting things out there, and maybe sometimes it'll catch, and the thing is like there's been some things like I've seen my ideas get developed into things without me, and then generally the execution of the idea is not nearly as well as it could have been if the people that decided to take up the idea and cut me out of it, it's not the execution of the idea doesn't work nearly as well. I'll give you a perfect example. I know that some people are going to say that this is impossible, but I don't think this is impossible. If you ever saw the show Travelers on Netflix, that's basically like a reworking of concepts in my book. And the minute that I watched Travelers and like recognized like, hey, wait a minute, and I even knew like one of the actors that was in the show. I was like, wait a minute, this is all like my book, Mr. Winter. And what I couldn't understand is why they wouldn't just cut me in on the writing room, because if you've seen the show Travelers, it ends in the third season kind of abruptly where the main character goes back in time another 10 years. And I could have kept that series going for like another 3 or 4 seasons at least, but they didn't want to cut me in on the writer's room. And that's like, that kind of thing is where I go like, is this how the Canadian film industry is? Like, is this how Canada's entertainment industry actually works? Because if that's the case, there's probably a lot of people that are contributing, but are never actually getting anything out of what they're contributing. And then the ideas fizzle off and they don't work nearly as well as if you were involving the originators of these ideas. So all I'm saying is, you know, I'm gonna keep doing things the way that I do things, which is kind of this crap YouTube channel for now, and getting oh, like not even being able to work with half the things that I would like, and getting arrested all the time for being a wrong thinker. But I would prefer to be able to just be an entertainer and not be a wrong thinker. Like I thought I was allowed to be an entertainer in this country, but I'm not. So this turned into a little bit longer of a video than I wanted, but this is what I'm trying to say about Canada's entertainment industry, is that it's too complicated for me to navigate. It's too focused on social politics, which I don't have the capacity for social politics. I just don't. I got the things that I want to work on, the art that I want to do. And, I'd love if there was a way for me to get hooked in with the industry so I could actually make art and projects that the public would enjoy, celebrate Canadian culture, being different than American, right? I'm pretty committed to staying in Canada, which is part of why I don't have the whole thing for the social, because that's the big thing about Canada's entertainment industry, is that most of the people that are involved in it are just interested in using it as a stepping stone to get to the United States. I don't want to go to the United States. I want to stay in Canada, and I want to do Canadian things. So if you can help, I'd love it. I really would. All right, thanks. That's been this rant on the Canadian entertainment. All right, ciao.